to the channel. Today we're going to dive into another Final Fantasy Premier draft. So without further ado, let's hop right in. Alright, pick one, pack one. Or pack one, pick one, I should say. I keep reversing that. Raban is good in the equipment deck, so he does have a rather narrow home. Squall Leonhardt, aka Daneth the Capuchin, is also good in equipment. I think Torgal or Ultros are more versatile, and I think Ultros is better. So I think Ultros will be our pick. And hopefully we'll pick up some spells that cost 4 mana to cast to make Ultros as obnoxious as he can be. Alright, not a lot going on in this pack. Azusa, not good in draft. Sin is the most powerful card, and I think it's enough better than any of the other cards that will take it here. Alright. So Magitech Armor is good. I think Eject is good enough to take here. It fits with the two cards we've picked, and it triggers Ultros. We'll have to pick up some towns. The Wandering Minstrel. I think that's a bit ambitious. I think we want Retrieve the Esper. Choco, Seeker of Paradise. We'll take the town. And then here, Fate of the Suncrest can trigger Ultros. So we might be blue-white. Alright, nothing too exciting here. Fight On would be fine as Graveyard Recursion, but I don't mind picking up a town. Alright, and then nothing too exciting. Probably a bit ambitious to take a red card as well, even though it triggers Ultros. So I think we take Cornered by Black Mages. Ring of the Lucy triggers Ultros, helps us ramp into Spira. I think Malboro as a Swamp Cycler is good here. And then I'd prefer Reach the Horizon because it's a 4-mana spell over Perish's Wanderings, although it does ramp. I guess we'll take it here. Then we'll take Gigantode. I think that's better than Sage's New Liths. Take Lunatic Pandora. All right, so last pick coral. We might be white, blue. Restoration magic is good, although only the most expensive mode triggers 4 mana spells, so I think white Auracite is better. Delivery Moogle, I don't have anything to find with it. Honestly, I think I take the blue-white town. I play World Map in this deck. Ash can find white Auracite. Not sure about Vane's Treachery. I think we take Realm Sketching. Out of Darkness, probably a bit ambitious. Maybe Demon Wall? I don't think we want to try for Lab Maniac. And then Green-White Town, Black-White Town, Blue-Black Town, Reach the Horizon. Town Greeter would be great. And then I wouldn't mind something like a Syncopate. There's a Syncopate, but I think with the start we're getting for towns, we want Travel the Overworld. Cloud of Darkness also option, although we're not sure we're going to be green, except maybe just splash Sin. Nothing too exciting here. Hmm. I think we take the 2-drop, although that's pretty underwhelming. Alright, and then Black Source is fine. It's a town as well. Would love to pick up some town greeters. Those would be great to sacrifice to Midgar. Adventurers Inn is a colorless town. So it doesn't help me splash anything. But I think it's a town that we want. And then we'll take, with all these towns, we'll take Queequern Merchant. Another Retrieve the Esper to go with Ultros. I think we take Blitzball here to help us splash. And then we might play Commune with Beavers. Another Adventurers Inn, we'll put it in the sideboard for now. You don't want too many colorless lands, especially in a heavy splash deck. Another Wandering Minstrel. Combat Tutorial would be good. The Green-White Town. How many playables do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think I take the town here. And then Genova is very powerful, so we'll take that here. Wheeling the town, hopefully. Alright, Colosseum Behemoth. Water Crystal is pretty bad. I think we take Hecdies. Hecdie is also great with Midgar. Not seeing any town greeters, which is unfortunate. Another white Auracite. I think we take a town. And then Renoa Heartilly is good. I think we take another town here, and then we're pretty much committed to playing anything we pick up, and we've got 2 more chances left to get a town greeter, which I think would be perfect. Wishing I'd picked up a red town now. I think we take the Crossroads Village. And then let's take Scorpion Sentinel. So we might not need the Adventurers Inn. Summon Anima, actually not very good. I think its Iron Giant is another big finisher. We'll take the Gold Saucer, but I don't think we're playing it. We're doing fine for towns. So no town greeters, which this deck would have really loved. I guess we'll take another Iron Giants. Neither of these matter. I've got all of them. Alright. Okay, so we actually have to cut some cards. And then let's add these for now. I don't think we'll add the other Adventurers Inn or Gold Saucer. We might cut this Adventurers Inn, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towns. Alright. Do we need Lunatic Pandora as removal? Cornered by Black Mages. White Auracite. Eject. Fate of the Suncrest. We might need it as removal. Because otherwise we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of removal, and you do need interaction in this format. I could cut Prish's Wanderings, commune with beavers, reduce my green splash. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources. 5 with Malboro currently. 1, 2, 3 white. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green. I don't need that much green, so this might be enough. What else am I cutting here? We're at 33, 32, 31, 29, 28, 27, 26. Let's just cut the lands so we can see clearly. We need to cut 3 cards. I could also consider cutting 4 cards and playing 18 lands. Yeah, we could have really used some Town Greeters and an Omega. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways of triggering Ultros. The only way to cast a non-creature spell with at least 8 mana is to cast a Ice Magic for the Blizzaga mode tier, which is exactly 8 mana. So we're not ever going to put +1/+1 counters on Ultros. I guess we can count Ultros as removal because he stuns opposing creatures. So Quirrell could go. So our white splash is Renoa, Fate, White Auracite. 1 Iron Giant can probably go. And then Gigantoad's nice with Genova, but it's not a premium 4-drop, and we do already have a lot of spells at 4, so I think it's Gigantoad. Do I want to play 18 lands? I think 17 is fine. Alright, so let's see here. Playing 1 basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forgot Blitzball, 6 green. We need more blue and black early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black. 7 with Malboro, 8 with Blitzball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4 white. 5 white. We probably need at least 1 more white source. Probably need 1 more green source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably enough black sources. So add an island. Alright, and I think this will be the deck. We'll make Sin the deck image. Alright, so we'll just do some cosmetic changes and get into gameplay. On we go. On the play, all tap lands, so we're going to be a little bit behind. But I've got Lunatic Pandora, Hecdize, Fate of the Suncrist for removal, and we'll work towards Sin. It's got lands and spells, so I think this is the key pool. And then we'll name White with Crossroads Village. Opponent leads with Swamp, plays Cecil. So we'll need to get rid of Cecil, or Cecil, however you say it. Judgmental Grant also a problem. Opponent does not attack. Opponent discards their own Hecdice. Hopefully they think my Hecdice is a little too small ball to remove. Alright, and then what do we blow up here? Yep, opponent wisely attacked with everyone. Unfortunately, we got off to a bit of a slow start, and opponent's off to a fast start. We can get rid of Rufus. So it turns out we needed more early blockers. Ultros or Demon Wall would have been good. This deck is a bit weak to aggressive starts. Opponent's got something they can do, and they're keep looking at Lunatic Pandora. But unfortunately, I think we're not winning this game. Maybe should have sent land, put land in graveyard. Might not have been a bad idea for Sin. Alright, now unfortunately, I need to Adventurer's in starting to look like maybe it comes back in the deck. So unfortunately we're going down to 1. I will be able to play a 7-drop, but even if opponent doesn't have removal, they can just attack with both their creatures. They've got another Judge Magister to grant. Well, unfortunately, we were a little too slow. Renault would have been good earlier. And opponent finishes off. Well, that's too bad. Opponent got off to an aggressive start, and we didn't have early blockers. On we go. On the draw, we've got Demon Wall as an early blocker. Retrieve the Esper. So we'll hopefully draw Ultros. And then we've got Renoa, Iron Giant, so we'll try it. We'll have to play Midgar on 1. Alright, and we've got double white for white Auracite, so getting some interaction is nice. I wouldn't mind drawing untapped lands. Opponent off to a slow start. So in this case, I think we can play Hectize first. Opponent's off to a slow start is what we want to see. Opponent discards Capricious Wanderings. Looks like they're missing land drops. We've got Demon Wall down, opponent hits land 3, plays Lowport Scout. We don't have green for Colosseum Behemoth. Or for Renoa, for that matter. I don't think Lowport Scout is worth exiling with white Auracite. But we can block it with the robot. Alright, now opponent has Capricious Wanderings. And then we want to draw land. Opponent gets red-green town. And then we want to preserve our life total and get up to our big... We didn't draw land, which was annoying. We can at least flashback retrieve the Esper. But if we hit land, we can play Iron Giant. Untapped land, that is. Not drawing land is unfortunate. Fortunately, opponents also been missing land drops, and it looks like they still haven't hit land. Ultros would have been nice. Alright, we hit land. We can play Iron Giant. Or activate Demon Wall. Still don't have green for Renoa or Colosseum Behemoth. And then I don't mind if opponent uses a trick here. Opponent trades. We'll get the giant down. Immediately gets removed by Sephiroth's intervention. Opponent plays Xanakin tapped. Malboro. Can I cycle Malboro, activate Demon Wall? I've got 5 lands, so yes. Alright, still no green. We can activate Demon Wall multiple times. So if they double block, alright. One plays Gigantode. You'd have thought we'd have drawn at least one green source by now. We'll flashback, retrieve the Esper. I could play white Auracite. We might play it on Gigantode, although it only is a 6/6, so it doesn't block our Demon Wall. We might play it on Gigantode once if opponent gets it up, and that's enough. Alright. So we did get a little mana screwed, but it didn't matter in the end. The Demon Wall carried us through. On we go. On the play, we won't be able to play our 2-drops on curve, but we've got all our colors, and we've got 2 2-drops, so I think we keep this. And we've got 2 4-mana spells to go with Ultros. We'll play our blue land in case we draw untapped source. We don't. Alright, hopefully we'll draw land. We don't draw land. That's unfortunate. Opponent hitting their land drops, plays Samurai's Katana. Alright. Lane 3 is good. It is a tap land. And then untapped land would be perfect to eject the token. Dragon's Wyvern, sure thing. And opponent attacks. Alright, we draw land. And then I think we main phase eject, tap down the hero token. Opponent's got Thunder Magic for Ultros, unfortunately. Opponent's got another Dragoon Wyvern, at least they miss a land. I can play Renoa, or I can play Ring of the Lucy, play Spirit Sin next turn. And opponent's going to have a hard time removing Sin in blue-red. So I think I should have attacked in case opponent, because I'm untapping anyway. So opponent can attach Samurai's Katana. Alright, opponent leaves up 5 mana. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we played Genova Retrieve the Esper. I guess it would have been fine to cast Sin. It doesn't look like opponent had a counter spell. The opponent could have ejected Sin. And again, we're SOL. Of course, opponent had all the answers. So opponent can just attack with everyone. Or, of course, they have Quistis Treepy, so they can eject Sin. Alright, well that's annoying. So we needed more interaction. Ultima would be a good one here. And that's why it's important to have interaction, as we saw with opponent having answers all the time. On we go. On the draw, I got Sage's new list, which I can play on 2. Blitzball, although we have a tap land, so we won't be able to play Blitzball on 3 unless we draw untapped land. But I think this is keepable. Opponent leads with Forest. White Auracite, not looking so good since I don't have any white sources. So probably my worst draw, or one of them anyway. And then untapped land would be great. Alright, opponent doesn't have land. We get to trade, I don't mind that. We didn't draw a land, which is really annoying. Opponent misses land drop. We're missing land drops too, but at least we're able to ramp out Blitzball, Lunatic Pandora, and we can play Ring of the Lucy. Alright, there's a white source, and green. And let's eject the token now. Alright, we draw a Sin. Which we'll be able to play Offering of the Lucy. Opponent's got Tifa Lockhart's. Don't have any permanents in the graveyard. And then do I cast Realm Sketching or retrieve the Esper? I could copy the Bard's Bow. Although maybe I want to copy a land. So let's play Retrieve the Esper here. Opponent's pretty far from equipping Bard's Bow. If it doesn't have attacks anyway. We'll see here. Alright, Pushes Wanderings is fine, because it's still a trade. So we don't have any permanents in graveyard with Sin. Can I see if I can surveil something into the graveyard with Lunatic Pandora and then cast Sin? Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can. Alright, perfect. Opponent's got Fate of the Suncrist, unfortunately. We are flooding out a little here. We could also use Realm Sketching to copy White Auracite, which I like. And then we can Surveil with Lunatic Pandora. Opponent's got another Geisal Greens. And a summon Chocomog. Colosseum Behemoth, and we can cast it, so we'll keep that. Can I play Colosseum Behemoth and White Auracite? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can. Actually, no, I can't because I only have either double white or double. And then I think we tap down a blocker. I could have destroyed the Bard's Bow with Colosseum Behemoth, but I feel like drawing a card was better. Ride the Shoot Buff is fine. I can't cycle Malboro because my only swamp is in play, so I definitely want to cast it. Opponent discards Renoa. We exile 2 lands. Alright, we're fine with that. And then I can Surveil end of turn with Lunatic Pandora. The Earth Crystal is fine. And that's enough for opponent. Alright. So So once again, we lucked out with opponent off to a slow start, so we'll have to hope that that continues. On we go. On the play, we've got 3 lands. We've got Scorpion Sentinel on 2. Hoping to draw an untapped land so I can play Blitzball on 3. And then we'll keep Malboro in hand. I don't think we'll cycle it because I've got 2 black sources in hand. And then we'll lead with our Stone, because maybe we can hang on to Midgar to sacrifice something like Lunatic Pandora. Opponent leads with Swamp. So untapped land would be perfect. Ultros is fine. Although I don't have any 4-mana spells to go with him. No attacks. Opponent's hitting their lands. Plays Zell. This is an interesting attack. Maybe they're hoping for the trade? Is there a trick for 1? No, no, I don't believe there's a combat trick for 1 black. I'm surprised they didn't attack with Zell. Alright, land 4. So another untapped land lets us play Malboro, which would be pretty nice. Opponent hitting lands with Zell. MNG after Freets. Although they don't discard a card. Attacks with Zell. I could double block, but then I lose both my creatures. Alright, Renoa. Discards land. Didn't draw land ourselves. Alright, opponent plays Laughing Mad. Deck dies. I think Marlborough goes. We can use Quaker and Merchant to draw. And we can't play Marlborough right now as is. Alright, and opponent, again, can't really have a trick. I think we trade Renoa. Another town is good. And then we can surveil end of turn with Lunatic Pandora. Opponent's got another GF of Fruit. Opponent can flashback Laughing Mad. Doesn't attack. And then I think we keep towns on top. Forest is not a town, so I think we spin it, get our own Hectize. How much can I sacrifice Queequeg Merchant for? I've got 3 towns, so I can sacrifice for 4. So I can play Hectize, still sacrifice Queequeg Merchant. Opponent discards Unexpected Request, and then let's sacrifice main phase to try and hit our land drop. And then no attacks. And then what do I want to do with Colosseum Behemoth? Do we destroy GF of Fruit? I haven't drawn any 4-mana spells for Ultros, which is a bit odd because we are chock-a-block full. So I think we do trade Ultros here. Let's trade off Angelo, since if we get Sin and reanimate Renoa, we don't want to make another token copy of Angelo. Alright, White Auracite. I think we blow up Gia for Freet. And then I might exile Garland with White Auracite to keep him from reanimating. Head Dark Ritual, surveils land in the graveyard. Alright, realm sketching. I think we save it to copy White Auracite. Alright. And we'll play Demon Wall, and we can surveil again end of turn. And then we've got lethal if we either draw land or activate Demon Wall next turn. Well, there goes realm sketching. I'll take land. Alright, an opponent currently taking lethal. That's fine. Opponent still takes lethal because they've only got 2 toughness blocking. Alright, there we go. We get to rank up as well. On we go. On the play, travel the overworld. I think I name white or green with Crossroads Village because I've got plenty of blue sources for travel the overworld that I'm likely to draw. Whereas I need to name white or green to play Vernoa. Might as well name white since double white Auracite is double white. And I think this is keepable. We can also postpone the decision on Crossroads Village. In case, let's see what lands we draw. Opponent leads with tap land. opponent is Sultai, communes with beavers. Alright, Malboro, I don't mind cycling. And then let's go ahead and name white. Opponent's got Dragoon's Wyvern. And then I don't think we attack. Retrieve the Esper, sure thing. Alright, another green source. Looks like opponent's got removal of Renoa. And they've got another Wyvern. There's our second blue for Travel the Overworld. We're trading off Angelo in case we reanimate Renoa with I think we destroyed the token while opponents tapped out. And we've got Demon Wall, Travel the Overworld coming. Opponent with Queequern Merchant. We'll play Tapland to discount Travel the Overworld. So I think we'll cast first. Let's see here. Opponent's got 2 cards in graveyard. They surveil 2. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can easily afford to Syncopate or Swallowed by Leviathan. and it'll get stacked sleep magic. So that's unfortunate. Hunt loots. We'll trade the token. Coliseum Behemoth. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. Coliseum Behemoth resolves, we'll draw. Bin would be a great draw here. Flooding out a bit. I think I don't mind drawing Demon Wall again. Can I equip Sage's New Liths? So we'll have to wait until next turn to equip Sage's New Lifts. We'll use Ring of the Lucy, tap down Dragoon's Wyvern. I can draw Sin. Now it's definitely worth tapping down Dragoon's Wyvern with Ring. Genova, eh? Can I activate Demon Wall and still hold up? Alright. Actually, hang on. Let us not... 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So both opponent and I flooded out, but fortunately opponent didn't draw enough action. We'll take it. On we go. On the draw. Cornered by Black Mage is a little awkward, but I've got 2 spells I'll be able to cast, and 4 lands, and all my colors. So I think this is keepable. We're up to 4 wins, so we've got a winning record, so that's nice. Hopefully we can keep it up, but let's see how things go. There's double black for Cornered by Black Mages, and it's untapped land. Opponent leads with Swamp. Black-white. Genova, eh? On discards Ambrosia Whiteheart. I think we cornered by Black Mages now. It's not going to get any better, and we should be mana efficient. Sadly, opponent's got Chocomog, so I think we hold Hectize back. I might jump with the Wizard token here. Actually, hang on. Well, it doesn't matter, because we're only casting it for 3 mana if we target a tapped creature. So casting Ultros first won't change anything. Opponent's down to 1 card in hand. Uh-oh. Oh, looks like we're going to be 4 and 3. Yep. We flooded out at just the wrong time. I think if opponent didn't have removal for Genova, we would have been in fine shape. Demon Wall. I can play Iron Giant. And we'll trade with Squall if they attack. Hopefully they didn't draw removal. Opponent is hitting me for 3 a turn here. Oh, of course they have bomb after bomb. No attacks. Be nice if they flooded out for once. Alright, land isn't very good here. I can't really afford to take 2 life, but even less can I afford to take 3, continue to take 3 from Tonberry and Gallicat. So I think we have to destroy Tonberry here. No attacks. Yep. There's just bomb after bomb. Well, even if I block 2, I'm not winning, so let's just see what we would have drawn here. Retrieve the Esper, not good enough. Well, that's too bad. 4 and 3 it is. We got out-bombed. It happens sometimes. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. We flooded out a bit too much, too. Let's see here. Opponent drew 7 lands to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. So if we drawn a few more spells, and if opponent could have whiffed on drawing a bomb spell at least for a couple of turns, instead of constantly dropping bombs, we might have stood a chance. But that's just how it goes. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the deck. I think we could have done a bit better than 4 and 3. But unfortunately, we went up against some aggressive decks that got under us. and we didn't have early plays in time, or they had all the removal in the world. The barrage of removal that we faced is definitely showing you why removal is so important in this format. But when opponents couldn't answer our threats, we were usually in pretty good shape. Renoa, we never actually got to do anything with her, so she didn't end up being that good. She was good for trading off that one game, and that was about it. Malboro was fine, Behemoth was good. Sin, we only ever drew the one game when it was too little too late. Iron Giant, I think we only drew the one game, the game we just played, and it was fine in that matchup. We managed to block Squall and trade, which was fine. Although a little bit disappointing to be trading a 7-drop for a 4-drop. Genova was good, although she was magnet for removal. Queefern Merchant was good, because we had lots of towns to enable its ability. Scorpion Sentinel was fine. Ultros, I think we only triggered Ultros once, and we didn't actually draw him all that often, so he ended up being a bit of a disappointment. Probably better in blue-red. I think that's his best home. Demon Wall was fine. Hectize was fine. Lunatic Pandora, clunky removal, but it was removal, and that proved to be important a couple times. Sage's Newless is one of the weaker job select equipments, but it was still good enough to be a 2-drop, which we needed. Cornered by Black Mages, we only drew it that one time, and it was fine, although unfortunately opponent had 2 creatures out. Blitzball was good, using it for ramp and fixing our colors. I think the 1 copy is pretty good. White Orosite was good, Eject was fine. Retrieve the Esper is actually pretty weak, and I think if we hadn't taken Ultros, we would have taken other spells over it. And since we didn't trigger Ultros that often, it ended up being not so great. I might have changed that pick. Realm Sketching, we actually never cast. We had to discard it that one game, although we were in pretty good shape that game anyway. But we did have it to copy our White Orosite in a pinch. And then Ring of the Lucy for ramp, and tapping down non-land permanents help us win a couple of games. So that was pretty good. And then Fate of the Suncrisp was fine. Travel the Overworld, again, I think we only drew it the one time, but it was great. We cast it for only 3 mana. Although I think we drew a bunch of lands off it, but still, drawing 4 cards is nice. So we had a lot of good pieces, but things just didn't quite come together enough for us to go further than 4 wins. Anyway, a winning record is still fine. Anyway, and thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do please like and subscribe. If you'd like to see more limited content, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.